Sri Radha guys, my name is Kumar. You are watching me. Let's start to stream video without having the further delay. So basically, this video is going to be the routine of 24th April 2025, and today is Thursday. So basically, in this video, I'm going to share you what is actually happening in my throughout the whole days of routine video. So let's start. So basically, today first of all, I wake up. Then after that, I washed my mouth. Then after that, I clean my bed. Right. Then after that, I shoot in the previous days of routine video. Right. So after that, I talk to my mother. Then after that, I take a bath. Then after that, I wore my clothes. Then after some time later I watched one of the spiritual videos, right? So after that I talk basically I want to tell you, just a moment guys. So at the time of evening, I went with sister outside to eat momos, as well as chow mein roll. Then after that, we also ate ice cream. Then after that, we came home. Then at the time of evening, I ate food. Then after some time later, I went for the sleep. So basically, guys, this is the thing what is actually happening in my today's routine video. I hope you have really understood this video. If you have really understood this video, then kindly please like it, because whenever you like some videos, it really motivates me and encourages me to upload more and more videos in a very continuous manner, right? So now I'm going to talk you about the next part of the company law we are doing. So let's start. As per the Indian Companies Act 2013, there are 470 sections, 7 schedules, and 29 chapters. So the Companies Act 2013 was enacted broadly to achieve following objectives: to gain a high standard of corporate governance, management, accountability, and transparency; to take strict steps or actions toward those companies who are involved in fraudulent activities and non-compliance of latest company provision. Okay. To identify new policy concepts to protect the interest of stakeholders. Okay. To set up more effective institutional structure in the form of authorities, bodies, pains which verify rules of professionals and other experts. Some provisions Companies Act 1913 and 1956. So these are the some key features why Companies Act 2013 was enacted. And yes, so to gain a standard or corporate governance, management, and accountability and transparency; to take a strict action toward the companies who are involving in fraudulent activities, as well as non-compliance of latest company provision; and to identify the protect the stakes of the stakeholders, and to set up more institutional structures just like this. And also some provisions from Companies Act 1913, Companies Act 1956 maybe. So now, if I now 1.4, I'm going to talk about the characteristics of company. Basically, what are the characteristics of a company? It's simple. It is a separate legal entity. Okay, company is a separate legal entity. Why? Okay, let's learn it. It means a company has a separate legal entity from its members. It has all legal rights which are separate, and members of a company are not liable for it. Okay. In case of any contract of a company, the company's name is used and the contract binds the company, not its members. The company's property, assets, liability belongs only to the company. Even members are not liable to the debts of the company, and the liability of members are limited. Okay, now example: Assis and company is totally different from Assis, as he holds all shares, but the property of the company is not the property of Assis. The principle of separate legal entity was explained and emphasized in this famous case, Salomon versus Salomon and Company Limited, 1897 AC 2022. Sorry, it is only AC 22. Okay, so okay, so as per the characteristics of a company, company is a separate legal entity. So the example is, Asis and company is totally different. Asis and company, basically one is Asis and one is company, is totally different from Asis. Okay, Asis and company is a company name, is totally different from Asis. Okay, as he holds all shares, but the property of the company is not the property of Asis. The property of the company is not the property of Asis if he holds more than share, all the shares. The principles of separate legal entity was explained and emphasized in the famous case. There is a one of the famous case. The name is Salomon versus Salomon and Company Limited. right? So it is about the 1897 year, right? So Salomon transferred his boot business, which initially ran as a sole proprietorship, to a newly formed company for 40,000 pounds. Okay, the price for such transfer was paid to Salomon by of shares and debentures having floating charge security against that on the assets of the company. So there are seven shareholders, his wife, one daughter, and four sons, each having one share of the company. The company went into liquidation within a year due to trade depression. When the company was wound up, its assets were found to be worth 6,000 pounds and its liabilities are 17,000 pounds. 10,000 pounds secured Salomon due to debenture preference and 7,000 pounds were due to unsecured creditors. The unsecured creditors claimed the Salomon and his company were one and the same person, so they demanded priority for the payments of debts. But it was held that the company was in the eyes of the law a separate person independent of Salomon and not an agent. Hence, the plea of the unsecured creditor for precedents was rejected. There are so many cases which confirm the concept of separate legal entities. So there are also so many cases which actually confirms the separate legal entity, that is Lee versus Lee Share Farming Limited 1961, Ray Kandoli Tea Company Limited 1886, Abdul Haq versus Dasmal 1910. So these are some examples of the separate legal entity. So now the second characteristics of a company is incorporated association. Okay. Company is an incorporated association of persons and it is formed by registration under various Companies Act, either 2013 or previous Companies Act. For forming a public company, at least 7 persons are required, and for private companies, at least 2 people are required. The name of person subscribed in memorandum of association and they are complying with other legal requirements in respect of registration and incorporation of a company. Okay, so this is a thing what is actually happened here, right? So here we can see that a public company at least 7 persons are required and in private companies at least 2 persons are required. The name of person should be in the memorandum of association, right? Should be in the memorandum of association, complying with other legal requirements in respect of registration and incorporation of a company. Okay, so yes. Now the third characteristics of the company is artificial person. So yes, artificial legal person. Okay, company does not exist in physical form. Nobody, no soul, no conscience. It means it does not have attributes like people and we can call it fictitious person. It has existence in the eyes of law. It has its own property liabilities and legal rights, can sue and be sued in its own name. It has domicile, nationality, and residence, but the company cannot enjoy the fundamental rights which are given to natural persons mentioned in the Constitution of India or Citizenship Act. Company cannot be treated as a citizen of the country on behalf of its members. Case: State Trading Corporation of India versus CTO Commercial Tax Officer, 26th July 1963. In this case, State Trading Corporation sought relief in the form of appropriate writs or directions against various agencies of state governments on account of sales tax assessed against the corporation. The petition was filed under Article 32 of the Constitution of India, which empowers the Supreme Court to issue directions or orders or writs appropriate for the enforcement of fundamental rights. The corporation contested the claim, saying that it is a government company, hence the department of the same, but the appeal dismissed by the court because of the following reasons. The reasons are distinction between person and citizens. All citizens are persons, but all persons are not citizens. Judgment says the corporation has no physical existence, it is mere abstraction of law and the functions of state trading being commercial and cannot be regarded as one of the departments of the government of India. So yes guys, this is the thing what we have discussed today. So I think that guys it is enough for today. So let's end the video guys. See you, Radhe. Bye bye.